Hey, welcome back to S&S Grills. I'm Jabin Postal, and today at the grill, I'm going to be cooking up the most incredible whiskey apricot glazed smoked ham for your next holiday feast. It's smoky and delicious, full of flavor, and I know you're going to love it. As I said, welcome back to S&S Grills. I appreciate you being here. Today, I want to show you how to make the most delicious whiskey apricot glazed double smoked ham using the Sear Kettle grill. And this recipe is absolutely delicious. It doesn't take a lot of time and it's simple to do. And that's the best part. To start off with, I have my smoked ham, and this is already pre-cooked, pre-smoked. It's ready to go as is, but we do need to add a bunch of flavors to it just to kick it up a notch. And so to do that, I have some Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, some apricot jam, a little bit of lemon juice, my barbecue rub, and then some standard yellow mustard just as a binder so we can put a little extra barbecue rub onto the outside of the ham. And so what you'll notice with this one here is, first of all, it's not spiraled. That's totally fine. But this one still has a little bit of the rind on there. You can go ahead and leave that on. For me today, I am going to take a sharp knife and just slice that off. And this just means that I can get a little more seasoning, a little more flavor directly onto the ham, because for me, I'm not going to be eating the rind anyways, so I might as well go ahead and take that off. All right, because this one isn't spiralized, I'm going to take my knife and make some slats in it. I'm going to go on some 45-degree angles. I'm going to go about a half an inch deep all the way around. There we go. So as this does reheat, the cuts that we put in it are gonna sort of expand, which means the smoke is gonna get into there a little bit more, as well as the glaze at the end is going to have some places for it to kind of hide out in and just get nice and sticky and delicious. All right, like I said, I'm gonna be using a little bit of just standard yellow mustard as a little bit of a binder. If you wanna use Dijon, go for it. We don't need a whole lot, just enough for that rub to have something to hold on to. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with my barbecue rub. This one does have a little bit of heat in it, but go ahead and use your favorite barbecue rub. Also gonna make sure to put a little bit on the bottom. With our ham all seasoned and ready to go, I'm gonna get the Sear Kettle all set up for cooking around 250 to 275 degrees. So to set up the Sear Kettle today, I'm using the Sear basket with the water reservoir still in place, as well as our driven griddle pan. And so to get everything set up, I first of all placed in about 15 briquettes into the corner of the Sear basket, and I got those coals fully lit. Once those coals are fully lit, I then filled up the remainder of the Sear basket with unlit briquettes, as well as I added hot water to the water reservoir, only about halfway full. Once the Sear Kettle was filled up, I then closed the lid and adjusted my top vent about a third of the way open, as well as the smoke hole a third of the way open with our bottom vent fully closed. The Sear Kettle is now sitting around 250 degrees, and so I'm going to get the ham onto the grill opposite the coals. There we go, and then along with that, I am gonna add in a small piece of cherry wood, and go ahead and use your favorite wood, but I do find that a fruit wood pairs really well with a recipe like this. So I'm gonna get this directly over those coals. Then I'm gonna close up this lid, and then I'm gonna come back in a couple hours to check up on the ham, as well as start making that whiskey apricot glaze. It's been 2 hours since I put the ham onto the grill. It's not quite done yet. We still need to make our glaze, and really the only thing I've done is about halfway through, at about that 1 hour mark, I did open up the lid and rotate the ham just to promote some even cooking. And so I want to show you what it looks like right now. Whew. Guys, just look at that. It's starting to look really delicious. The top is starting to get a little bit dark. And so what I like to do when it starts to look like this is just take a little bit of foil and place that on to that ham, and then get that lid closed back up. So I'm gonna let it cook for probably another 30 minutes before we come back and get started on that whiskey apricot glaze. All right, I've been cooking for 2.5 hours now, and it's time to start making that whiskey apricot glaze, and it's really simple to do. What I have is a cast iron skillet, as well as my apricot jam or preserve, and I'm gonna take about 1 cup of this. Just gonna get that into here. I also have about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Throw that in. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that barbecue rub. And then my whiskey. This is what makes it absolutely delicious. And for this, I'm gonna be using probably about 3/4 of a cup. Pour that in. And I'm just gonna mix this around. There we go, and you can see that it's all kind of combined into one now. So all I need to do now is heat this up. It's gonna sort of melt a little bit more even before we then get it onto the ham. I'll place that there. This is one of those steps that you don't want to walk away from. It's not going to take very long for it to start to simmer, and you just want to kind of keep stirring it. Go. I'm going to remove that from the grill. And guys, this absolutely smells delicious. Let's go ahead and get this onto our ham. You can see it's going to work its way in through the score marks that we made earlier. There we go. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of that glaze left over to drizzle on at the very end before I slice into the ham. And so I'm going to get this lid closed back up again, and I'm only going to continue to cook this for probably another 5 to 10 minutes just so that glaze has some time to tack up. And so, like I said, we're going to monitor it 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Then we're going to remove it from the grill and we'll get ready for the taste test. This whiskey apricot glazed ham only took about 2 hours and 45 minutes, running around 275 degrees with the Sloan Sear Kettle grill, and it smells phenomenal. I can't wait to go for the taste test, but before I do that, I'm gonna take that leftover glaze and I'm just gonna pour this on top. Just look at this. Oh my goodness. Just gonna brush it around. I'm gonna slice into this. We have the bone, it's kind of running down this direction, so a lot of the meat is on this side. So I'm gonna start by slicing this way here. Let's go for the taste test. Now this is what a holiday ham should taste like. It's phenomenal. You can pick up that smoke, you can pick up that whiskey, you can pick up that fruity apricot jam. It's incredible. Oh man. You know, this recipe doesn't need a lot of ingredients or need a lot of time to get incredible flavor. I know you're gonna love this for sure, so I hope you give it a try. So that's how you make that delicious whiskey apricot glazed ham for your next big feast. I know you're gonna love it.